Svein, is the deforestation deal symptomatic of something far more dramatic which farmers will take notice of?
Sure, and I'm really pleased now to see from the discussions yesterday that nature is really put on the agenda and that we're addressing deforestation. I mean, look at agriculture. 25% of greenhouse gas emissions come from agriculture. Half of that is change of land use, which to a great extent also is causing deforestation. So by putting that on the agenda, putting structures in place that help the farmers to get rewards for driving their farming in the right way, I think that's very positive.
Also the deal on methane, and the methane tends to come from animals.
Yeah, so we need to look at the totality here, and methane is a potent emission, so we need to deal with that. But again, it's not only about putting restrictions, but it's about putting incentives in place to drive the right behavior, and that's an important part of this.
But how do you reckon the average farmer, whether large or small, is really going to view this? Will they see this as something to be avoided, which they can through jiggery-pokery, they can somehow do it? Or will they respect it and understand the principles behind it?
Well, I speak with the farmers very often, and in Yara we reach out to 20 million farmers across the world, and I don't think any of them wake up in the morning thinking about how they can do harm to the environment. On the contrary, if there are any people that really look after land, it's the farmers. But we have put in place as a world incentives that don't reward the right behavior. So if we can create a structure that helps farmers to get paid not only for the crops, but how efficient it was produced, the water that is used, good nutrition use and nutritional content, we will create a structure that is helpful for the farmers rather than harmful.
But for many of them, for most of them, the idea of regenerative agriculture, changing the way they do their farming, doesn't come easy. In fact, some of them resent it.
Well, we have a history as well where a lot of burdens have been put on the shoulders of the farmers, and I can understand that there is some skepticism to this because of changes in regulation and changes in incentives in the past. But one important part here is to really define what is regenerative agriculture, so we have a predictability around that, and that's something that is key, and that I'm also spending a lot of time on, that we have that predictability that in turn can help the farmers to get paid for running the farms in a sustainable way, and we have to structure it in a way that creates incentives and income for the farmers as well.
Has there been a significant amount of momentum created in the last 24 hours here in Glasgow, which is irreversible now for the farming community?
I hope so.
Do you believe so?
Well, it's still, I can't conclude on a 2-week event in 24 hours, but I see a lot of positive momentum, and I see strong participation from the private sector and from the organizations as well, so I'm positive.
Svein, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.